Ooh, tiki jiki. Hey, yo, everybody, it's Johnny5 Alive here. Welcome back to some more Project PlanCo. We are visiting Tiki Island in today's episode, and we're gonna go ham. I think I have like 60% of the builds placed here today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but 2 are combined blueprints. So technically we have 6 out of the 11 for this area. So we're gonna get it over halfway completed here today, and then we'll wait for the rest to come in, revisit this down the road, and add in the final stuff. And I think the final stuff would include that of a roller coaster. So in the next one, we will, when we finish the area, we'll not only be able to look at it all in its glory, it's kind of all plots finished, no cubes, but we'll get to ride a roller coaster as well. So that's very exciting. So we're just going to work our way from the top down. I am going to be looking for a combined blueprint of 203 and 202 and T02 and T03. So I think that's these two over here. So if I'm understanding this right, I'm going to be deleting this one and that one. And then, yeah, look at that. So out of curiosity, this one here is 150 pieces. That one here is 400 pieces. By combining them together, you have 550. Do they say anything on the workshop page? I guess I'll read it as we look at it, so I can kind of like get it somewhat aligned there, place it somewhat in. All right, this plot is T02 and 3 combined into one blueprint, an ATM cabana themed facade for Tiki Island area with the park area with Tiki Island area of the park with ideas inspired by some builds on the workshop. This was a learning experience for sure, and I'm happy I was able to participate. Thanks for the opportunity to take part in this awesome community project, and to everyone who made this happen. Cheers. Ah! I didn't place it and I right-clicked. No! And the person that wrote that was Winterly. I believe we have seen a build from Winterly throughout this series so far somewhere along the line, and we can go ahead and delete these alignment cubes. Wow frickin' we. A little bit harder to look at this one because of the giant cube in our way. Let's get like 2 p.m. or something, get some light shining on this. Oh my goodness gracious, I love the little tiki colors you integrated here. The thatched roofs work pretty awesomely for this as well. Very tiki cheeky feeling. Love the colored windows on this. We got a little staircase going up the side for climbing rocks, I guess. I don't know, but it looks cool. The lights seem like they're going to be really fancy at nighttime. We got this little gazebo balcony peering view. We have all the little tiki cheeky vegetables for our tiki grill. I love it. The planters are looking really great. Yeah, this whole garden area is fantastic. And this is your ATM for our guests. We have to have some guest services here. A little bit of everything. Actually, I think Batch has done a good job of spacing out what shops go where, what bathrooms go where. And I think if you actually open this park up to the guests in the game, they shouldn't have any problems getting what they need, their desires and all that. This is actually a fully functioning theme park. It's great. So you did a hammock. That's pretty cool. Between the 2 trees there. I like that. Guess there's no way we can put an animatronic on there. Or can we put like Tiki himself lying on that? I like the little trim that you did here on the gazebo as well. The usage of the tiki colors is fantastic. The usage of the tropical foliage is also phenomenal. This really does set itself apart and feels differently from that of what we saw in the last episode with Pirate and the one before that, which was, or the one 2 before that? I don't know. I'm losing track now. The fantasy. Even though fantasy tends to use a lot of the thatch roofs, you know, adding in these tiki poles and stuff like the way you did there really does give it a cool aesthetic. Gives it a little bit more of that tiki look. The lighting, the colors, everything that you've done to this definitely separates it from that of Pirate and fantasy. So I love it. For the very first tiki blueprint to go into the park, this is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I'm loving what I'm seeing here, and now it's got me excited for what the whole area is going to develop into. And I'm hoping the other builders also included some of these fun tropical tiki colors, because it is a very vibrant character and it's supposed to be a very vibrant area, as you can see from the depiction of our character here. Pinks, greens, yellows, you know, all sorts of fun stuff going on to there. Some flames as well. Very, very cool. So I'll be checking them all out at nighttime at the end here, but we got that one placed. And before I forget, let me go nab a builder sign. We got to get into a flow here, a flow that I'll instantly forget about. Where should I put this? This seems like a pretty good spot, tucked over here by the planter. Maybe? I don't know. It's not bad. Underneath the ferns. Let's go. Winterly, definitely recognize the name, and I feel like they might have done something that we've seen so far in this park, but that is a 2-for-1 build. So that knocks off 2 T3 and 2 combined. And there we go. We got our first 2 blueprints in, and they look absolutely sensational. The next one down is going to be T04, which is Winterly's neighbor right here. That's quite nice. It's going to bring it all together. I was just saying how it was kind of hard to look at this one with this one in the way. So now we can remove those sight lines or replace those sight lines with an actual build. This is like a very complicated cube because you have a big volume cube, but it's up on the higher level as well as cascading down to the lower level. But it's a cube, a volume cube, with height restrictions over here, height restrictions over there, and a shop down here, which is a Looney Balloons, which Looney Balloons also has a lot of vibrant colors similar to that of the Tiki. I don't think we've done a Looney Balloons in the park since like the park entrance over here. So if you want balloons, you gotta grab some on your way into the park. Otherwise, it's gonna be a very long time before you run into some more. They're both basically on either ends of the park. So there it is. Very fun. Looney Balloons shop. Let's see what it looks like and get it in and talk about it. Whoa, there's a lot going on here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, and this one is created by AKA Superman, who was one of the contributors of that of Miss Ellie's shooting ride. And that turned out fantastic. Apparently they sent me a DM that I'm still haven't checked. And I need to, they have a voice line for that ride. So we can hopefully get that voice acted at some point as well. And revisit that when we do our final blueprints for the Western area. So look at that. Remove that volume cube. Boom. I actually like that you didn't build it too high, but you did with the palm trees. Yeah, this is looking great. Let's talk about it. The volume cube, while it was larger, you use that space with the tall palm trees and you cut it somewhat short, but I like that because it allows us to still see the cool buildings behind it, and you can actually even see through it just a little bit. So very similar style to your neighbor Winterly, and you introduce those fun colors through the usage of the custom basic shaped balloons. It looks like a Looney Balloon shop. It looks plankified to me, but it also remains tropical. And you fenced it all in here, added your own custom pier. That's very cool. Some ponds. Oh, and a fun little tiki face on the back with the tiki torch. Do we if I push play, we do have fire. Great stuff. I was going to say when we were looking at the character there, the inclusion of all these fun colors plus fire. Let's see if anyone adds in some fire. Forgot to say that. But now what I was thinking was, I wonder if anyone's going to add some fire. And we do. We have the fire up there on the tiki torch. We're grilling a drat. So in fact, the tiki cheeky chicken is not chicken, guys. It's drats. I don't know what that says. Is that supposed to say tiki cheeky? I think it's just bugged out. Yeah, that seems weird. Why is it doing that? It looks like it says icky icky. Icky icky. Whatever. This is cozy, very cozy, and it's a great pass through to this shop here. I like how you can go through it. You can also go around it, and you use that height and that elevation. That is awesome. Very, very fun. Whew. These builds, all 3 of them combined. We have a tropical tiki village. This is turning out gorgeous. Love it. Wow. I just noticed now that Winterly used the flowers in the tiki cheeky colors. That is a very nice touch. Very nice touch. In fact, I want to almost steal some of those flowers and add them to this build. I love that. Yeah, these are this is a great little tropical villa we made here with just 3 blueprints. And it just goes to show how incredible the plot system is, right? It's like 3 cubes turned into a whole tropical village area. It's super immersive. Wow. I'm impressed. I'm really liking the way that the Tiki Chiki area is shaping up. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the next one is. But before we do that, let's go ahead and put Mr. AKA Superman's builder sign in right here. I just thought to myself, should I put Winterly's name down twice? Probably not, right? Superman, AKA Superman, all capitalized. Yeah, do I need to put another builder sign over here? Probably not, right? It stretches all the way around. It's fine. It might be redundant having their name twice. All right, well, what's the next one of the day? T07 by Chicken Viking. I love the name, Chicken Viking. All right, T07, that's our little beginner builder over here. 200 pieces, a baby builder, and he is the Chicken Viking. Do they say anything on their workshop? Nope, none of the builders have either, or AKA didn't. Which one was this? T07. I'm having a hard time finding it. I think it's this one, right? Am I mistaken? Yeah, this is it on the workshop. So let's, yeah. I mean, this seems to be a kind of a running theme. What's it called? The Tiki Chiki Banana Farm by Chicken Viking? Chicken Viking Banana Farm. There's so many funny words going on right now. Oh my god. Okay. So yeah, looking at our volume cube, I feel like this is a bit of a running theme with the beginner builders. They're not quite filling their volume cubes, but as I've mentioned before, I can't get this lined. I think that's it. Like, it's completely engulfed. Wait, right? And then we delete the cube and it's tiny, really, really, really tiny. So this has been a bit of a problem with the beginner builders not really being able to fill out their areas as well. Now, is that a problem? Not really. I think with polish, well, you attach the alignment cube to your build, so I accidentally deleted your build. Watch out, there's a crocky underneath. There's no way up to the build. That is kind of bothering me. Let's see if we can get like a ladder. I feel like we need to put some ladders in or something, right? I would build a whole staircase, but at the same time, it would run out onto the path. So this kind of comes down to, you know, the builder probably should have thought about this. It's very strange to me that you decided to build it up high, right? Without any staircase. It's a little bit strange. Usually these kind of like floating huts that you see in tiki areas, they're like this so that when the tide comes in and the water raises up, it doesn't submerge the actual build. But this is not even near the shoreline, right? It's up on the mountaintop. So it is a little bit like strange to me. I'd almost actually prefer to sink the build in, but because the mountainside on the back is probably the challenge that made you do that. The build itself, they're growing bananas, I guess. They got these banana trees. I think it's quite fun. And the build style is a little bit different. Got a little bit more of this like fort build going on. We got these spikes and stuff. And there's the angry chicken, because this is Chicken Viking. Can we put a Viking helmet on him? It's cute, it's fun, it's playful. Even though I have my small critiques about it, I think the ladders sort of fix the issue, sort of. And even though it's smaller than the volume cube itself, I think what we could do later on, I mean, this is for sure what Batch is going to be doing with the area itself, is just like, you know, adding in some palm fronds, right? Somewhere like that. And then as we add in these trees, it'll puff out that volume cube. It'll expand it a little bit, right? I'm gonna take that out of the group, just in case Batch doesn't like that, deletes it, and then there goes that building. So yeah, I mean, as we add some trees and rocks and stuff to the mountain back, that'll fill it in, but not too bad at all. It's a cute, cozy little build from a beginner builder. And probably one of the stronger beginner builds so far in terms of detail. Everyone in the beginner bracket tends to do these boxy shapes, but for this one in particular, while it is boxy, you've got all these nice details. You got the banana farm, you got the bridges, you got these like little things growing on the top. You've gotten a lot of the assets in. You just forgot about the staircase. Pretty good overall though. I have a feeling this one has no lighting. I can't see any lighting, but we'll see. Maybe we can, what's the best lighting? Torch? Torch. Let me add some torches. Is the bamboo torch the one I should be using? Probably, right? Let's add a couple bamboo torches in. There, 2 is better than nothing. And that should give us some nighttime lighting there. And next up, we have the builder sign. Chicken Viking, I love your name. Chicken Viking. All right, T08. There it is. That's your neighbor. And it is a tiki drink shop, but it's Pip Shop as well. So Tiki Cheeky, Pip Shop, and Drink. Interesting volume cube here because you're going to have some sort of balcony from the looks of it. I think that's the concept that Batch was going for. So some overhang happening here, plus a big tiki style build. And this one's from Coaster Croots again. This name has been coming up a lot. Coaster Croots building a lot of stuff for us. Which one are we? T09, Tiki Patio. Wait a darn second. That's not this one. What have I done here? I didn't hit subscribe to it. That's what I didn't do. There it is. What is happening here? Something's wrong. Let me undo this. T08. Okay, I'm assuming they just, if I'm placing this in, the volume cube is your neighbor's volume cube. So something to be mindful of is use the cube closest to you guys, because let's just say in the world that I placed this, deleted the cube, I would have been like, where in the world is what's going on here? So maybe it's best I don't delete these volume cubes when I'm done with them, in case we have any issues like this again. But that seems to be aligned. Okay, that seems to fit the volume cube like I was looking for there. Is this all in one group? It is, except for these pieces. Which ones are those? Where are those 2 pieces? Okay, so it's these plus this. I just want to raise the building up because it doesn't look like I placed it quite perfectly. Those pieces up there still seem to be unaffected. I don't think I need to really raise those up. Yeah, that seems fine. Your pole is also floating, so we got to fix that. Now, if I pull the pole down, yeah, there's going to be a gap up there. But I can clearly see that this is floating when I come in. So I'm going to have to just bring this one down. There'll be less issues if it's floating up top than it is down below. And let's take a look at the build. So interestingly enough, what is this made out of? It's like clay pieces. So rather than going for thatch, you went with like a simulated thatch. But color-wise, I think it works. Maybe it would work better if we could match that color like a little bit better. But the problem is none of these are in a group. So that might be kind of challenging. I'd probably just leave it. But had you have like color picked it to be exactly that of the thatch rooftops, I think it would have blended a little bit better. But it's probably okay, because it's on this side of the park and not right next to all the tiki thatch houses. Pip Shot Juice. We could actually enter into the building, come on through, and a little bit of a balcony area here. I raised up the path, but I still want to sink the terrain in just a little bit. There we go. That's all taken care of. Fun little balcony. Who's this person? I guess they're selling some extra drinks back here. Ah, we have another little bug here. Just gotta push this down a little bit. There we go. And we can watch the train go by. Choo choo. Very cool. Come on through here. Yeah, I like it. It's a different take on the tiki style while still incorporating some of that thatch. This one's not using thatch, but instead little hay bales. It's kind of fun. And this one using custom pieces to kind of represent that of the thatch. It's cool. Very, very cool. Guess the only thing that's missing here is some of those fun colors. I would have maybe tried to incorporate some of that into the design a little bit more if possible. But that's okay. Not too bad. Coaster Crusts. There you go. Builder sign is in. I may have to move it depending what happens over here. And what does happen over here? T09. We're going to find out right freaking now. This is a build. It's a patio. Tiki Patio by Mouse Ears 71. Also a name that I recognize here. I was trying to place it here. Wait, no, that's the banana farm. This is it. T09. Let's get this volume cube lined up. Actually, for this one, I'm going to delete this blue pad because I might have troubles doing that afterwards. Let's get this all in here. Okay, well, I could probably delete these cubes. I would imagine whoever built this one being Advanced Plus, they're not going to use this alignment cube. So I think I got it in. Let's take a look. Let's change the time of day back to 12, maybe. Let's go for 10 a.m., maybe. No, 11? I mean, 10's pretty good. I just want to try to get some light in here. That is what I'm talking about. Those are the type of tiki colors that I love to see incorporated when you... This is what I was talking about. Like, I was a little sad to see that we didn't get any of these colors incorporated here, because in contrast, when you look at that build to this build, this one's a lot more poppin', has that fun color and vibrance that this one's a little bit missing. Could have maybe incorporated it into the trim work or some hanging tassels or something like that maybe, but this one has all the color there, and I just even though I would have liked to see a little bit more color in these builds, this one ties it together, right? So it doesn't have to have color everywhere, but if we had no color on this side and all this fun color on this side, things would start to look a little bit, there'd be some separation between the two areas. And I'm glad to see that our mouse ears has incorporated some of these fun tiki colors. Very cute little hut here, propped up. You remembered your ladder. So you prop that up there on the trees. It's like a tree fort built into trees. I like that. So you have kind of like a purpose for this being elevated. You're growing some stuff under there. You got some stuff. It's built into the trees, and that is quite fun. And you remember to put your ladder. We got some benches for the guests to sit between that patio and this patio. You can get some really amazing views wrapping around the train. I think riding this train is going to be pretty awesome as we come into this area. You can see that tiki area starting to develop. That's pretty cool. Love the patio. Very nicely constructed. Looks great. Solid build. Planters here, bringing in that foliage, bringing a little bit more life to this area. I love it. Absolutely love it. Solid build here by Mouse Ears. Let's move on to, we have two more? One more. Ooh, it's an important one. T10, Tiki Island. Oh boy. It is the park entrance created by Mr. Vanderpants. Very, very important build. I'm assuming they have the Tiki Island font within their build itself, so we should be able to pull it out here. T10, there it is. Ooh, very exciting stuff here. It's about as good as I can get it, I think. Yep, deleting the cube, it barely moved at all. Oh my goodness. We have a trigger here. Is there any notes from Batch or the creator? Some fire effects included, but disabled by default. To enable it, set the sequencer in the big torch to continuous activation. There's a big sequencer inside the torch. Is that what you're telling me? Let me delete this. I think what they mean is just the asset, right? Activate on trigger. No. I think continuous is fine. Batch may disagree, but this is an entrance to an area and it's only one torch, so it is what it is. This looks phenomenal. Let's take a closer look at this. Tiki Island. Love this design that you got going on here with the colors. The Tiki Island font placed off to the side and tilted. Not so, you know, I like the tilt to it all. It makes it very non-symmetrical. You have something going on over here, a big pillar going on over there, and it's fantastic. Got some colorful pink flowers and stuff added in here. Some yellow strips and green on there. The green foliage as well. And it leads all into this awesome little bridge here. Wait, was the bridge a part of the blueprint, or was the bridge already there? The bridge was already there. For some reason, I don't remember seeing this bridge. Because it was probably just out of my sight because of all the cubes and stuff. I guess Batch made this cute little bridge. I like it. I like it a lot. Maybe we can string some of these tiki colors. What do you call them? Like some of these doodads and lights and stuff. These things, if we can hang some of that from the bridge there, just so that there's a little bit more color inviting you in after you pass through here. I think that would be a great little touch there. This is a solid park entrance to, or I guess an area entrance, themed area entrance. Really good way to close off this episode. As I placed what is now 7 builds here today. Let's go get a builder sign. Oh yeah, I need one for this guy too. Mouse Ears 71 over here. Done. Let's grab this and move it over here. I'm gonna put it like kind of in the dirt here because I feel like this spot is just bare. Could use a little bit of dressing, something there to cover it up there. Mr. Vanderpants. Perfect. yeah, I'm really happy to get Tiki Island entrance in, because we have like a big exciting blueprint, a very prominent important hero piece, if you will, for this episode. Plus we got this whole Tiki area done. Like this came out just fantastic. The fact that it was Winterly took 2 builds, combined them together, and then aka Superman just so happened to build in the very same style, made this whole area feel very cohesive and just nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. This side here, it's a little bit all over the place. We have this different style build with this different style build and this different style build, but this one here does match those over there. So I still think it ties it together, and these kind of feel like in between stuff. Once we start adding some of those trees in and stuff like that, you're not going to be able to notice that there's a little bit of lack of cohesion with some of the builds, as the foliage will tie it together cohesively. It'll just come down to what we have going on over here and here, and overall I think this area looks phenomenal so far. So in the next one, because there's only 4 builds still to be finished in this area, we have the Tiki Coaster. Sublines is working on that. That's very exciting. And we have these 2 little spots here. One's a toilet, one's a scenery, I think. And then the coaster or train station is signed out by Mellow, and that would be a big Tiki train station. Wow. Those between the coaster and the train station, those are 2 massive hero builds. So even though when we get back to Tiki Island in the next video to finish off the whole island, there would be less builds for that video, but we'll be able to place a big grandiose train station and a coaster that we get to ride. And that means we'll be going through the queue and stuff and checking out the build and riding the coaster around the island. That is all very, very exciting to me. So still some more to look forward to with the Tiki Island itself, but I'm very, very impressed and happy with what I see here today. I think all the builders knocked it out of the park. And if I switch all of the ones that we placed here today in the form to placed in park from finished, that brings our project total up to 23% in terms of placed status. That's actually quite crazy to me. We're almost at a quarter way based off all the videos I've done so far for phase 2. But I mean, 77% more to go is a ton of builds. Yeah, super happy with what I've seen here today from the Tiki gang, the Tiki Cheeky squad. Thank you guys so much for your incredible contributions for Tiki Island. I think in the next episode, we're going to be moving on to our winter village, because that is the only one we haven't touched in the park so far. And then that will kind of conclude us visiting one of all these new themed areas throughout the park, which is really crazy how much we've added to this. What started off as 80 something plots for a city, and then grew into World's Fair, then grew into like 7 new themed areas. This is incredible, guys. Absolutely incredible theme park. So yeah, I think we're gonna be headed over to the Winter Village. Very fitting time for it. By the time this Winter Village comes out, it'll probably be a little bit into December, mid-December. So that's pretty exciting right there. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the Winter Village for the next episode. Bye now.